being the most good is yes. What do you want to say to me? Really? You want to say something on the podcast? Welcome to 261. 2 mums, 6 languages, 1 Morocco, and absolutely zero filter.
This episode is sponsored by Hello English. Learn English the real way. Hello there. We have a little visitor.
We do.
Welcome Sky to the podcast.
This is Sky. This is our newest puppy.
The newest addition to the family.
And because he's only I think he's 3.5 months old, he hasn't had his last vaccination. So he can't stay at home. We can't...
He cannot walk on the ground.
No.
Yeah.
So he's come to spend a bit of time with us. And I think, is a little bit overwhelmed by the lights.
I think he's camera shy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay to have a little bit of stage fright.
Oh, you got something to say? You're like, I hear this podcast all the time. I don't want to hear it anymore.
I don't want to be in it.
Yeah. We didn't call his agent.
I know.
But there's Sky.
Aw.
Welcome to Sky, everybody. He's like, oh, Mommy.
Welcome, Sky.
So he's just going to stay in my arms for a bit. And
That's fine. He can hang out with us. I'm
Very
sure
welcome.
our listeners, or actually our viewers, will enjoy seeing him.
And those who are just listening, those noises are not Helena's stomach.
Even though it is Ramadan.
It is Ramadan. We have a little 3-month-old puppy with us, a grey Dachshund puppy with blue eyes, and he's the newest addition to our family.
Yes, he's gorgeous. So, Mary.
Yes, Helena.
How have you been? Tell our audience. We had a very exciting, very interesting couple of weeks, I think.
I think you could say that, yes.
To put it mildly.
Yeah, and following on from the last episode on health,
Yes.
I have an update for you. You remember we talked about the new hospital?
Yes, we did. We were so excited about
Yes.
it. So much so.
Well, I don't know if I manifested it or something, but guess what? I went there and spent 5 days
That's
there.
right. You sure did.
Yes.
And it wasn't just, a little stay to get to see the new hospital. You
No.
actually had to go there.
Yes. I had some quite serious health issues.
Yeah.
I went there. I'm not going to go into all the details,
Of
but
course not, yeah.
needless to say, I'm absolutely fine now. They did a really good job. I would say, I don't want to be dramatic, but they saved my life.
I think you can say that.
Yes.
I think you can definitely say that. Yes.
But
I'm
guess what,
very,
Helena?
very glad.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that you're here.
Guess what, though?
What?
They tried to kill me when I was leaving.
What do you mean they tried to kill you?
Well, let me tell you. So, it's a very nice hospital. Everything was super clean. The care, the nurses, the auxiliary nurses, the cleaning staff, everyone lovely. And then when I left the hospital, my friend came to pick me up, and they have a service where if your car is parked far away, they have golf carts.
Oh, so it's unlike in the US where they will just wheel you out in a wheelchair. Here in this hospital, they will take you on a golf cart.
Golf cart to the car park.
Oh,
Or
that's nice.
wherever, like if there's a taxi or something. So the man, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it's so silly. The man put me in the golf cart, and I was so happy. I was calling my daughter.
I was just going to say, because it's your dream to own a golf cart.
Yeah, I love golf carts. So I was doing a FaceTime with my daughter going, look at me, I'm fine. I've left hospital, I'm in my happy place. And as we got to the car park, I said to the guy, oh, my friend's car is there on the left. And we turned, and some, I don't know, fluke acceleration, and we crashed into a barrier.
Oh my God! What do you mean you crashed into a bear? Was it a building or?
No. It's like the entrance of the car park.
Oh
You know
my
the back. I can't
God.
do the actions. You know me in actions.
But did it actually flip over? Did you
No,
fall out of the golf cart?
no. I was jolted forward, and we were on the side,
Oh my
like sort of
gosh.
forward on the side,
That's
and
insane. I mean, I'm laughing now because obviously,
yeah.
you're okay, but I can imagine the fright.
And guess what? He's like, no, it's fine, no problem, no problem.
What do
It's
you mean, no
normal.
problem?
It's
It's normal.
normal. And then
You should have told them, you have to take a duga duga.
well, don't worry. I did tell him a lot afterwards. I was a little bit in shock, to be honest.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I would be too.
I just had a really serious procedure. I'd come out of ICU.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
I got to the car. My daughter was there, and she hugged me. She hadn't seen me for 5 days, and I went, "Andy, we've just had an accident." Like and I was in shock.
Yeah. Wow.
So I insisted that they take me back to the ER, just get me checked out.
Oh, yeah, because you're probably,
yeah.
panicking at that point because, like you said, you're just healing from a procedure
Yes.
and then you fall. I mean, yeah.
So I went back to the ER, was seen as a priority. Obviously, a member of their staff has just had an accident with me. The doctor who I'd previously seen like a week before said, "Oh, Mrs.
What are you doing
what
here
are you
so
doing?"
soon?
Yeah. And I was like, "You'll never guess what happened." They did try to say, and you'll just pay this. I said, "Sorry, I'm not paying anything."
That's right,
Yeah,
because
I-
everything is
yeah,
private for
yeah.
you, right? Like you have to
So,
pay out of
yeah.
pocket.
But I was like, no, one of your members of staff has just caused me to come back here. So I'm not paying.
Oh my God.
In the meantime, he is the young man. Obviously, he was like, oh no.
Panicking, like he was
Yeah.
freaking out.
So
Yeah.
he was trying to kiss my head,
Oh no.
trying to kiss my feet,
Why are you in the stretcher in the emergency room?
trying to kiss my hand. And I was like, I appreciate your stress, but no, thank you, personal space. Like, not doing that.
There is
Like,
no such thing. Well, actually, there is, but it's a little different. But I think he was just so glad that you were still alive. He's probably thinking, I'm gonna lose my job, and
Well, yes. I mean, I don't know. I did say afterwards to the doctor, because he said, "What would you like to do now?" So I said, "I think I'm going to probably send an email and something." I said, "But in like the bigger picture, I don't want the guy to lose his job, but I would really appreciate this be a learning curve."
so that it doesn't happen to other
Yes,
people.
yes. Sky just whispered in my ear something. He said, "Yes, you're
Yes,
right.
yes.
You're right."
But do you
Yeah.
think that if that happened to a Moroccan, that the situation would have been dealt with differently? Or do you think that they would act the same way as giving you priority and asking how would you want to proceed?
I would hope that it made no difference.
Well, yeah,
But unfortunately, as a foreigner, I'm seen to be someone who is more of a priority. And I don't particularly like that because,
it's not
no,
fair.
it's not fair.
It's not fair.
Yes, I was being dramatic. They did try and kill me, but it was...
Of course.
Yeah.
You dramatic?
yeah,
Never.
Never. Okay, I think Sky needs to go for a little sleep now. We might
Oh,
just go
he
for a sleep.
agrees with you,
I know.
except he wants to stay there and
Yeah,
sleep.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the dog handler coming now.
So let me ask you more about your experience with the whole, because in the last episode, we talked about healthcare in Morocco,
Yeah.
right? But we haven't really experienced it to that degree, which,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you said, yeah, I think I manifested it because we were talking about the hospital and how nice it looked and how busy it was.
I mean, there's doing research and there's doing research. I really...
You went above
No,
and beyond.
I did. I
Like,
did that for you
you deserve a
guys.
medal.
Yeah.
You took one for the team,
I
big
did.
time.
I did, yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you is, obviously, how did you go to the hospital? Because obviously you were at home when you started feeling poorly, and then Did you drive? Did you call? Is there like a 911 that you call here or?
Well, we didn't really know. We had looked up numbers and things, but I actually asked the advice from SOS Médecins, which is like SOS doctors.
Oh, so those are doctors that come to your house?
Yes, and we'd had them previously, and they're very good. Really nice, like calm, professional people. And I thought, well, I don't know what number to call. Even if I looked it up online, there was about 6 different numbers, and I didn't know which number to call. Like 17, 18.
Oh,
was it
and not
16?
to say that, and not to forget that you're having an actual medical emergency, so you're
Yes.
not feeling good, and you're having to, which number do I dial?
I know, and I'm so used to it being like one number. Like
Right.
when I lived in Spain, when I lived in France, when I lived in England, like it's one number. So I called the SOS Médecin guy, and they said, "Oh yes, how are you?" And I said, "Look, I'm having a bit of an issue. What do I do? How do I get an ambulance? What is the thing?" And he said, "We can call you a private ambulance, but it's going to be very expensive, like super expensive."
I didn't even know they had a private and like
Yes.
is it like a government ambulance or
Apparently,
public?
yes.
I shouldn't say
Yes.
that. It's a public ambulance, yeah.
So he said it's going to be very expensive, and you might have to wait a long time. And
Wow, so
So-
it's expensive and you have to wait?
yeah, so then he said to call the fire brigade, which is the pompiers, and I'm used to that in France, and they're very well trained,
Right.
and they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
so
just-
they're like paramedics.
Just like in the US, they
Yeah.
actually have firefighters that are medics, and they come in
Yes.
when you call 911.
That's what I thought. Well, the guys were not. They couldn't find the house.
Oh
We
boy.
called. They couldn't find the house.
Wait, let me ask you, did they call you and say, is your location exact?
And I
Can you
wanted to
please,
say to them,
Madame, can you please send me your location?
I wanted to send them, I wanted to say, do you in-drive when you're not? Yeah.
Probably
Yes.
moonlights as
Yes,
in
as
drive.
in-drive. So they couldn't find the house. They called a lot. My daughter was talking to them a lot. And then they eventually arrived, and it was kind of like a carcass of an ambulance
Oh.
of the vans that I am used to in France. Obviously, it's not France. And then they wanted to take me to a clinic in Temara,
Oh, like the polyclinic.
near where I
Probably.
live.
Yeah.
And my daughter looked at it online, and I spoke to them, and I said, right, this is the situation. I think I have this thing wrong with me. Do you think? And they were like, no, okay. They called someone, and they took me to the hospital, to the new hospital in Rabat. And when I arrived, they greeted me very well. I was seen to, like, within 3 minutes. Obviously, my condition, my symptoms were serious.
Right.
And I was admitted maybe 4 hours later.
Right. But
So,
that was good. Now the ambulance, do they do anything with you in the ambulance or they just literally just transport you?
I was in the back by myself.
What?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised because I thought, okay, what if something happens?
Then
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
would just take you to the
Yeah,
corner.
it was like a
They'll
taxi.
just do a detour.
Yes, it was just like a taxi.
That's horrible.
It was a taxi.
Oh man,
So
yeah,
it's a little
that's
bit, obviously, in the position I was in, I was trying not to be stressed.
right.
That stressed
And
me.
but at least the hospital was not far.
No, it wasn't far, so I was kind of reassured. So,
That's so interesting. I didn't know that because I'm so used to in the back of the ambulance there's a paramedic with you,
Yeah.
right? And they
they're
are
all plugging
checking
you
your
in
blood
and-
pressure
yes,
and
yeah.
you have all the
Yeah, there
monitors
was
and
nothing
they give
like
you an
that.
IV, they give you saline and by the time you get to the hospital they already did the first assessment, right? And here is not literally just a taxi to take you. Like you could have called an in-drive, would have been cheaper.
I could have done. Well,
Well, you
I-
didn't pay because
no,
it was.
I could have. I don't know what. Honestly, I didn't really know what was happening.
Yes.
I was just very aware that I needed to get to a hospital and I didn't want to go to a place where possibly they couldn't understand me. Now, obviously, I live here, I should be speaking their language, but I do speak French
Right.
and a lot of people speak English. So,
And also,
yes.
not even that.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't want to learn Darija. It takes time.
Yeah.
You're not going to learn from one day to the next.
No.
So it takes time, and you are learning. We are
I'm learning. How am I learning?
You are learning
Duga,
duga
duga.
duga. Exactly.
Yes.
We're all learning. So that's very important
Yeah.
because we do believe we have to, learn the language.
Yeah.
But it takes time.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna be, super quick. But that experience with the ambulance, the reason that I asked about your experience because somebody told me just the other day that their father also had a medical emergency, and he was not capable of walking, like he
Okay.
couldn't get up,
Yes.
right? So he was on the ground. They called an ambulance. They didn't show up.
Oh, no.
They ended up calling another one who also didn't show up. And then
What?
the third ambulance showed up.
Yeah.
But it was only one guy driving the ambulance. And they were like, well, how are you going to help
Yes.
and get my father off
Yeah.
the ground
Yeah.
and put him in the ambulance? So a family member actually had to help put him inside the ambulance.
And was anyone with him in the back?
That I didn't ask,
Okay,
but probably
wow,
not because
okay.
there was only one
Yeah,
person and the
yeah.
person was driving.
There were two people with me, and they didn't drive. They didn't get.
They
no
didn't
one was
stay
with
with
me,
you. Yes.
even though I'd specifically told them my symptoms, and I definitely should have had someone with me.
Absolutely.
Luckily, touch wood. Luckily, nothing happened there. So
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah,
know, I know.
that should have been very scary.
Yeah,
I mean, that
it
could have
was-
made your condition worse.
Yes, yes. Anyway, I had the procedure. The doctors were fantastic. I really appreciated it. The doctor I had, she explained everything, told me exactly what she was going to be doing. No, it was good.
Yes, sounds like they did an amazing
Yeah,
job.
they did.
And I think you mentioned to me earlier that the technology was amazing. They had all the
I've
latest
never
technology.
seen before.
Yes.
Never in Europe have I seen this technology.
I wish they would have done the same with the ambulances. Maybe they're next on the list. So I wanted to ask you, since we're in this subject of health, here in Morocco, there are a lot of traditional remedies.
Yes.
Right? I've been hearing about it for many years. And have you ever tried any of the local recipes for ailments?
Well, I know that there's the classic thing, and it's the same possibly the world over, of if you have a cold because of the open window.
Well, of course, everybody knows that by now.
Now we know, everyone agrees the open window. But if you do fall victim to the open window, obviously honey, lemon, curcuma, black pepper,
And ginger.
all mixed up together, like either in a shot or in tea,
Right.
something like that. I swear by that, and I've done that for years. Olive oil as well.
Yes. Also, I think the universal remedy is cumin. Like especially if you're suffering from any stomach problem, if you have like a stomach ache or if you're nauseous, a spoonful of cumin will help. And I kind of didn't
Dry
believe
cumin?
it. Dry cumin, or you can mix it with oil, I guess.
Could be
I
with
always
olive
took
oil.
it dry.
Okay.
Because one time I had a really bad stomach ache, and my husband kept telling me, just take a spoonful of cumin. And I'm like, oh, gross. No way. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that. That's nasty, because cumin is good when you cook with it, but like if you just like that, it's just
Yes.
not good.
Yeah.
He said, trust me.
And
Trust me. He said, you can mix it in the water. So what I did is I grabbed a spoonful, mixed a soup spoon, mixed it with water, drank the whole thing, and I swear to you, it really, really helped my stomach
Good.
ache.
Good.
Really did. So that's when I started to pay more attention and become more interested in the traditional home
Yeah.
remedies because they use a lot of the herbs and all of the teas
Yeah.
and roots.
So I know that cumin is one of the things that you put in dishes with beans and things like that to avoid flatulence.
Oh, yes, that makes
Yes,
sense.
yes.
Yes,
So if it's to do with the stomach, then
yes,
cumin is something
right.
that
That
helps you with that.
that makes
Yeah,
sense. It helps with all that.
yeah.
And also they usually use it a lot to marinate or to cook beef.
Yeah. It's
I think they. I
delicious.
think
Yeah.
honestly, I think cumin is used in
Yeah.
everything, right here in Morocco.
Yeah.
And I didn't used to like cumin, but now I love it.
Hmm.
Like I really do. Like I eat eggs with cumin on it.
Interestingly, the other day we were doing a meal, and all of the elements that you use here for tagine,
Yeah.
you could absolutely use those same herbs and spices for Mexican or for Indian or something. But cumin and cinnamon just make it Moroccan. Like you've got
Exactly.
all the herbs and spices, but if you just add that touch of cinnamon or that
Yes.
little bit more cumin, then it tastes Moroccan.
Exactly. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, also, interestingly enough, I don't know if you have seen it, but a lot of Moroccan women take care of their skin by, again, using products, natural products that they
Yes.
have at home.
Yeah.
For example, they use eggs and mayonnaise, or not mayonnaise, but yogurt.
Okay.
Yogurt, eggs, coffee. They make like a
Oh.
paste and then they put it in
On
their
their
face
face?
to kind of like a mask. It becomes a
Okay.
mask. One time I walked in the kitchen and my mother-in-law had a pale white face like this mask on, and it scared the Jesus out of me. And I'm like, what's going on? And she started laughing. She's like, oh no, it's just a
A beauty
homemade
mask.
thing, yeah,
Yeah.
for my face to help with like spots and kind of like melasma and
Yeah.
things like
Yeah.
that. And they swear by it. Also for the
Okay.
hair, the argan oil.
Oh, of course.
Argan oil is
Yeah.
like gold.
Yes.
It
It's
helps
amazing.
with the hair and the skin. It's really good.
What is the I'm just trying to think. There is something blue, some kind of blue powder that I've seen.
Yeah, I see it a lot in the Medina, in the market.
What's it called? Nila paste or something.
Yes.
Nila powder. Apparently, that's amazing. You have to be make sure that you do the right dosage.
course, yeah.
Because if you start painting it on your face,
You're
and
going to
then-
be like
Yes,
Avatar.
I'm sure that's going to happen to me.
I
If
was
you
just
see
going
me
to say.
next month,
If
And I've got-
if
yes,
she's
I've tried-
blending with
yeah.
her jacket,
Yeah.
then you know that she
I've tried it.
overdosed.
Yeah. So that's a really good thing. Also, what was it? So I know argan oil. I can't remember. There's another. Oh, everything with rose water.
And
So nice.
and you know the black soap,
Yes.
the black what they
Yeah.
call a savon
Noir.
noir. It's made with like olives,
Yes.
and it's just so good. And they use it in the hammam.
Yes.
The hammam, which is for those who don't know, is like a public bathhouse where men and women separately, of course,
Yeah.
go in to cleanse the skin, and it's so good for you because you have, I think you have like 5 phases. Like you go in and it's just the vapor, the steam to loosen up your skin and everything, and then you go into
And
another
then they use that soap and
the
they
soap,
rub it.
and they
It's-
let it they
Yeah.
let it soak stay in your skin for like 10 minutes, and
But
then
I
they
think it
rinse
takes
off and
off-
then they scrub it with the keys.
Yeah, but I think it takes off like 10 layers of your skin.
And that sells.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing, and it's all natural.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's why Moroccan women are so beautiful. Have you seen their skins
Yeah,
and their
they've got
hair?
amazing skin.
Oh, it's like I'm so jealous. I need to go to the hammam. I haven't tried the hammam yet, believe it or not. Haven't tried. Have you?
I haven't because I know that I can't.
Oh, that's right.
Because of my health conditions.
Exactly, yes.
It's too hot.
If it
Yeah.
was, I think if it was just a sauna experience, I wouldn't do it because I
Okay.
think that I wouldn't feel good. But because you only stay for a little bit in the steam and then you move on to the other phase, I should say.
I'm going to set you that challenge, Helena.
What challenge?
Go to the hammam. The hammam.
Is there
Go
a
and do
hammam
one.
challenge? Or
No,
you're,
I'm gonna say-
you're creating the challenge.
I'm creating the challenge. It's
Yes.
the 261 hammam challenge.
Oh, we have a new
Sorry.
jingle
I
now.
don't know. I just like singing. But yeah, go and do one and then
Report back.
Yes.
I will.
Take
I
one
will.
for the team.
I
I
will.
was in hospital for 5
Now,
days. I took one for the team.
Should I
You
go
can do
to
it.
should I go to the public, to the regular hammam, or should I go to the bougie hammam? Because there are different types.
Okay, so it's the difference between going to a Moroccan hammam
Moroccan
or
traditional.
A Maghrebi.
So
No,
so
Maghrebi hammam.
Moroccan versus Maghrebi.
Yes. What are you gonna
absolutely.
do?
I think I should try both. How about this? I go to both of them.
Yes.
And then I can compare the experience and report back. And say, okay, I like this one better. I like, I didn't like this about
Yeah.
that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've asked a few of my students, and there's one who works in Rabat, and she swears by one near her house, and she goes every Friday.
And is a
It's a-
Moroccan or Maghrebi?
It's a Maghrebi one.
Ah, Maghrebi one.
And
Because you
she-
see
yeah.
all the ladies walking with their little buckets.
Yes.
Right? And
Yeah.
they take their own little buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. I always wanted to try, but I guess I just felt awkward going by myself. I recently started taking some medication and went to the pharmacy to fill my prescription.
Okay.
And they said, we don't have the medication.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I didn't think too much about it. That happens. I went to a second pharmacy and they said the same thing. And I'm like,
Oh,
wow. I
okay.
said, is this just this medicine? Is it out of stock or what's going on? And they said, we don't know. We don't have it.
Okay.
Well, make a long story short, I went to 5 different pharmacies, and nobody had my medication. So I started getting worried because
Especially if you have to take
why?
it.
Because it's
Yeah.
a medication that I have to
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
Finally, we went to one actually near your neighborhood.
The one I went to this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, you told me. You
And
recommended.
they
Yeah.
had it. So
Okay.
I was so happy and they had it. So I asked my doctor about this. I said, is this a normal thing? Does it happen quite often that they don't have the medication? And she said that it's not that they don't have the medication, it's that they don't want to give you this type of medication. So,
Oh.
yes. And she said that in some cases, people even call the police to make them give you the medication.
But why? How can they decide?
I
Surely
don't know.
It's coming with a prescription. It's
Right.
not like, for example, I know that I can walk into the chemist and ask for a medication,
Yes.
and they have it, and
Yes.
they will sell it to me without a prescription.
So, okay, so here's the
But
thing. So
you had a
certain
prescription.
Yes, I had the prescription. It was stamped and signed by the doctor. But the thing is there's a huge taboo still, I feel, around mental health.
Okay.
Right? And I'm not afraid of saying I have anxiety. I suffer from anxiety for a long time. And I take medication to help me cope with it. And, here in Morocco, I feel like a lot of people still are not very educated about mental
Yeah.
health, I would say.
It's still a taboo subject.
It's still a taboo,
Yeah.
So the pharmacies don't want to deal with that, or they don't want to give you. So I was so shocked when she told me that.
That
She's
is
like,
surprising.
She's like, it doesn't mean that they don't have it. Sometimes they even do
just
have it.
don't
They
want
just
to give
don't
it to
want
you.
to deal with it. They want to
Okay.
give it to you.
I've never had that experience. I mean, I've had we don't have it, but we can order it. So
Right.
yes.
Yes.
And I've also had the experience where the pharmacist has said to me, are you sure you need to be taking those tablets? Like, give me some information about your health. And I was like, are you a doctor? But I mean,
But they do have doctors in the pharmacies here.
Yeah,
They do.
So I've been having a little chat and she said, okay, well maybe try this. And I asked, are you sure? Is it compatible with, And I'm thinking, well, they're professionals. They're
Right.
working. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and it wasn't like a med that was absolutely, I had to have that one. It was like
Sure, you could
a
wait.
supplement.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not something that is like.
It was like the supplement for my thyroid.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
not
So
like,
it's not the actual medicine
No,
for the thyroid,
but
it's the
it's
supplement.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are very knowledgeable.
No, sure they are. They're great professionals.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you have a cold, you just go into the pharmacy. They have a pharmacist that can.
What do they tell you? Do they say shut the window? You should have shut your window.
They do say that.
Yeah.
Don't go outside with your hair wet.
Yes. Yeah. But I think I'm not so like happy about them deciding for you.
I think what
Yeah.
happened, you know what I think what happened? I think all of these Americans that moved here were all so stressed and suffering from depression and anxiety
Oh, no.
that they probably said, oh no, we're having to dispense too much of this type of medicine.
Yeah, but probably for the first 3 weeks. And then once they've lived here, they have blues and greens and all this
Yes.
lovely food.
It is
Yeah.
amazing
I know the difference.
When I was still in the US, I had so much inflammation in my body. You can see in my lab work, like I was, not feeling good. And since I've been here, I feel like a new person. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I agree.
The air, the food, even the food that you buy at the grocery store.
Yes.
Is not as bad, is not as processed as the one
That's
in the United
issue,
States.
processed food.
Yeah.
That is the issue. And I know the difference between processed food that we have in Europe and then processed food that you have in America.
Oh, it's completely
It's very
different.
different as
Yes.
well. Yeah.
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
I am amazed because I try to avoid it anyway, but sometimes I, end up getting like a little something that's processed. I mean,
Yeah.
we all do,
Yeah.
right? And I never felt bad afterwards. I've been like I feel at my best. I think, and I always say this: Morocco is good for the soul.
It really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like if you need to heal, you will find healing here.
What
for
I
sure.
love about here is the variety of produce
Yeah.
that is honestly accessible to everybody.
Yes.
It's not elitist. It's
No,
not,
no.
everybody can go to the butcher's and
Yes.
buy at least a piece of meat for the tagine. Everybody can go and have such an array of vegetables and seasonal vegetables.
Oh yes,
Like,
amazing.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
remember
so good.
because, like, for example, in the grocery stores back home, you can, get strawberries
Yes.
all the time,
Yeah.
right? But the strawberries, they don't even have strawberry smell
No.
or taste, or
Yeah.
they don't taste like anything. Here, I remember my son wanted strawberries, and we went searching and we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, well, it's not season for strawberries. And he was like, what do you mean it's not season?
Of
I said, no,
course.
here they respect
Yeah.
the seasons. You get
Yeah.
the fresh little, not the fake stuff. You got
Yeah.
the real things. And sure enough, the other day I was at Hanout and they had fresh strawberries and the smell was so strong. It's so good.
I
And the
remember-
color,
Yeah,
like, so
I remember
vivid.
when I lived in France and I would see Moroccan strawberries before any other strawberries, and they were always huge and so juicy and flavorful.
Yes, everything
Like
is flavorful
super- yeah.
here.
Yeah, I remember us buying Spanish tomatoes when we lived in Spain, and it was just like water.
Yeah.
There was no taste to them. I would
Well,
have
can
to,
you imagine in the U.S. if
Yeah.
Spain is like that?
Yeah, but then Spain, where we lived, a lot of their really good produce was exported.
Ah,
So they kind of sent all the best produce elsewhere.
yes, of
So,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, they do that. Well, they weren't sending to the U.S., or at least
No.
I wasn't getting it.
No.
I hailed a cab in Tangier and got into the back. Told him where I wanted to go. and he stopped for another woman,
Of course.
but the woman came in with a little pet on her lap.
Oh, she was
Okay.
like so.
A chicken.
Oh my! I was imagining a little puppy, and I was like,
Yeah, I
"What's
was
wrong
like,
with that?"
There's nothing wrong with that. We had Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
Wow.
chicken. Wow.
That is weird.
Maybe it was his last ride.
Oh my god! Oh
Maybe
my!
he was on the way.
Maybe the tagine was waiting for him.
That tagine's going to be very fresh.
You know what, Mary? We usually have our in-drive stories. Every episode, I think so far, we had an in-drive story.
Do you want to do the jingle or me?
Well, you can do the jingle because you do it so well.
In drive story, in drive story.
See,
Change
you're
it up.
amazing. So today, I did not have an in-drive story, but there was a very interesting thing that happened when we were coming here, right? Which I totally forgot. I know it's something interesting that happened. Two things happened.
Well, we saw a man in a suit.
Yes.
In a full suit on a
Driving a forklift.
truck.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
So on the way here,
Yeah.
we saw this man with a suit.
Very well dressed, very sharp.
nice, very sharp
Yes.
suit,
Yeah.
driving a little
forklift.
forklift on the road.
Yes. Yeah.
In this avenue.
As you would.
And
No?
it's like nobody blinks an eye.
No.
Everybody's like,
No,
oh,
no.
it's normal.
It's normal.
And then as we were turning into the other street, there's this character, this man that
Yeah.
just walks towards us, and he's wearing this long
Full
black
length black wig.
wig
Yeah.
with a hat. And I was like, what am I looking
And he
at?
had a very white beard.
I
Yeah.
didn't even pay attention to the
Yeah.
beard because I was like enthralled by
Yeah, where am I? Where am I?
Is
Man
the
in a
twilight-
suit on a forklift
It's like the
truck.
Twilight Zone.
You're having a fever dream.
I mean, I must
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Wow, that was something else. So I don't have any in-drive stories, do you?
Honestly, no. Everyone's
Wow.
been amazing.
Everyone's been. I think
I've not-
in-drive must be listening to us, and probably they have been training.
Yes. And they're saying, don't you mess up now, because otherwise you're going to be on that foreigners podcast. They're going to be
Right.
talking about you again.
Yes, that you're
Yeah.
giving us a bad name.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
I need to say golf cart
Oh
stories.
no more golf carts.
No.
From now on, only when you buy your own.
Yes, which will be soon. Watch this space.
I love that.
Visionary!
Visionary. No. Visionary. Visionary.
It's so like Tarek. He gets it from you. Visionary. Hello.
This episode has been.
Mum.
Sorry. Thanks for joining us on 261. If you'd like to hear more, don't forget to like and subscribe, click the little bell button and follow us on social media. Bislama, bisous, bye.
Winos and crusty.
Episode has been brought to you by Winos and Crusties.